What's up, guys? Welcome to Toxico Podcast. We are here joined with Caitlyn, Alyn, and Darius Bennett, funny-ass comedians, and we're going to ask them about their toxic shit in a bit. But first, a word from our sponsors. This show is brought to you by the Comedy Showcase, the iPhone app that you need to have if you are a fan of stand-up comedy. They release a ton of new sets monthly by comics like me. Most of all, your subscription goes to paying the comedians, which is important if you know how the comedy game works with money, guys. Weed Cellars is the first of its kind. No other alcohol brand in the world spans in all alcohol categories, including wine, spirits, and beer. The weed portfolio comprises 8 wine varietals, 2 beer categories, and a high-scoring, award-winning straight bourbon whiskey. Our Italian sparkling wines have been a huge hit, scoring 92 points. Weed Cellars still wines range in scores from 90 to 92, according to Tasting Panel Magazine's publisher editor-in-chief, Meredith May. Our whiskey is a 93-point Double Gold Sip Award winner and created under the watchful eye of master distiller Mark Weaver. And our beer selection consists of Weed Light Lager and Weed Golden Ale that are both brewed and bottled at Alamo Brewery in San Antonio, Texas. To check out their store and purchase their award-winning line of products, look for them in your local liquor store. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Toxico Podcast. We're here with Caitlyn and Alyn. Say hi, Caitlyn.
Oh, hi.
You also got these cameras right here. Don't worry.
That would have been good to know before we started.
Darius Bennett.
What's up?
Say what's up to Darius, guys. These guys are hilarious, man. If you guys haven't seen their stand-up, these guys are funny, but fuck their stand-up today. We want to know who they're fucking. No, just kidding. No, just kidding, man. No, but welcome to the Toxic Podcast, man. We'll be asking you guys some questions about, your toxic past or your present toxicness. I don't know how to say it. Your present, your toxicity in general. Mm-hmm. Right, guys? How are you guys doing, though? How you been, Caitlyn?
I'm good. I've been in hibernation mode because of the panorama and all that.
Panorama.
But I have a show booked on Saturday, so now I'm finally getting back into it. Yeah, back in the gym, so to speak. So. Okay,
dude. I like that. I like your hustle, man.
Thank you.
Caitlin's always been a hustler out there. You know
it's
what
true.
I mean? What about you, Darius? You doing good?
Yeah, I've been doing all right, man. I've been keeping my mind busy, working out.
I see that.
Doing open mics. Secret open mics you're not supposed to be doing nowadays.
Underground.
Yeah.
Are you guys in relationships right now? Are you in a relationship right now?
Mm-mm.
No?
Yeah, I got a special person.
You got a special person?
Yeah.
Does that like fiance? What special person mean to Darius Bennett?
Yeah, we're not married yet, but what's the stage right before you get married?
Oh.
Yeah.
The fucking stage.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, if that's what you want to call
That's
that.
after marriage, René.
Wow. Well, so that's beautiful, man. I love hearing that. You guys probably know I'm newly married myself.
Congratulations.
That's what I've heard. What I've seen all over your Instagram page. That's insane.
It's pretty insane, right?
That's crazy. But
What
you
was
were
your first
obsessed
thought?
with her, so I knew. I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't surprised, but happy, obviously, because I love you. But yeah,
Thank you so
wasn't
much.
surprised.
Thank you, man. Well, let's get into it, man. Have you been in a lot of relationships in your life?
No, I've had one actual, legit committed relationship in my life.
What?
Yeah.
I think that's a toxic trait too. to avoid relationships.
Who said I was
throughout
avoiding?
your whole life.
Why is that
Yeah.
toxic to avoid relationships?
Also, who said I was avoiding? Just want to
Damn.
clear that up.
She just a toxic person.
That's just
Probably.
toxic. Okay, so no, I think it's toxic because it's like, for me, it's just like, you're just gonna, be, at a certain age and never experience a committed relationship. So by the time
I did have an experience. I did it.
How long?
5 years.
Oh,
That's a long time.
that's a long time. I haven't even been hit 2 years with anyone.
Yeah. So, but also I think it's toxic to just go from one relationship to another to another to
That's
another.
also
to
very
another.
toxic.
That's worse.
I think that's
worse.
worse. Like I'm like, hey, I don't want to get involved in anybody. If I'm not in a good place and they're not in a good place, we're just gonna tear each other down. I want to make sure I'm in a good spot.
Okay.
And whenever I don't do that, that's when messes happen.
So one relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's lost
I don't
track.
know. There's been a lot of relationships I've been in. Most of them last at least a year.
Okay.
Most of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
April 7th.
April 7th.
Aries, baby.
Aries. When's your
Yeah.
birthday?
In 2 days.
Oh,
It's on
Pisces.
February 18th.
God.
What are you?
I'm an Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Nice. Oh, so you just had a
That
birthday.
was just
February
past.
3rd.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
Well,
Happy
okay,
belated.
so did you guys? Thank you, man.
I was at your event.
And I
My birthday show?
Yeah, you had
Yeah.
a show. I wasn't in town. My
I
bad.
was too drunk to remember that show.
Too smashed.
I was pretty fucked up, man. Pretty fucked up. No, but I mean, do you guys believe in that shit, the Aquarius stuff? I mean, like the whole
I
Astrology.
do
Astrology?
sometimes.
Yeah.
I do.
I've been studying it a lot.
Are you the type
In
of person
lockdown.
that like if you're getting in the mix with someone, you Google their astrology, like maybe get a little sense of who they are?
No.
Yeah?
Not ahead of time. I mean, I don't want to ever like. I feel like if they're in my life, they're here for a reason. So I'm not gonna just be like, no, because you're a Scorpio. I'm not gonna do that. But I have looked back on past relationships and looked like posthumously, like looked afterwards, and I was like, oh yeah, this explains. This was exactly what happened to
Is
us.
it true what they say about Scorpios? They're good at sex,
Their thing is known for sexual energy. Yeah.
energy.
You
That's
know,
what they
just
say about Aries.
Aries are fire.
I can say the same thing about Aquarius, man.
I just think you guys are
Aquarius
dudes.
have good
I
dicks.
don't think this is astrology. I think
I
you
feel
have
like
dicks.
we all got some similarities. You know? We all do.
All right. So let's get on to it. So you only been in one.
Only
was,
been in
was,
one.
Was that relationship toxic?
Actually, it's interesting that we bring
Why
this
did
up.
it end?
He moved. He got into school in Chicago, and it was a 1-year program. And the plan was he was going to go, and I was going to stay here, and then he was going to come back, and then we were going to,
Oh, it's a
reunite
long distance shit.
for 1 year. And I was like, this will be good,
Ah.
right? But yeah, he was there maybe 10 days and dumped me, and started
10
dating a
days?
new girl.
Mm.
And they just got engaged 2 weeks ago, and I
What?
have stopped talking to him now. We were still friends, and
You
now
were
I'm
still
like,
trying to get that in.
no, but we worked together. We had a business together before.
Oh, you
We're
had a-
screenwriters together. Like we've written
Wow.
scripts. He's been my camera operator on projects when I'm directing. Like we're very like intertwined, and I've completely
I think
cut
I know
him
who you're
off.
talking about.
You might.
I
I mean,
don't.
he's
I
not
just wanted to
comedian. I'm like,
scare
maybe
you.
you saw. I don't know. It's Hollywood. Everybody knows each other.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
But no, okay.
Okay, no, but.
Yeah, so it was a big deal for me. I had to. I was like,
And that was it. I'm done with relationships.
no, I'm not saying I'm done. In fact, I have a date after this. I'm not done with it. I just
Haven't
had
found the
to.
right-
I had to make sure I set boundaries and said,
this is-
that's not toxic.
that's
It's
the
healthy. It's the opposite. I was like, I can't do this. So
I think that's like I've noticed a lot of I don't mean to be racist here, but I noticed a lot of white people. They're raised with that kind of mindset where it's just
this
like
is a very new thing for me. This is the first time I've ever done that. He dumped me 4 years ago.
no. I mean the idea of like I dealt with the relationship phase. It's not for me. When I find it, I'll
you
find
think
the
it's a white
one.
person thing to
Yeah,
not
because I
have
feel like I
relationships?
think the majority of percentage of white people have their parents together, so they're able to experience healthy
Maybe.
relationships throughout their life, and let's say the minority, is
This
it the
seems
minority
backwards
still?
to me.
No,
If you have healthy parents in your household, you want to do that. You want what they have. The reason why I don't is because my upbringing wasn't healthy. That's the toxic shit that I have is family stuff. So I had a really toxic mom and dad situation.
So I assumed that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So well, that's
You're
why it's
white.
fine. I'm sure there's a lot of white people that don't, but those are the people that like to me they're already married with
Mark, Are your
kids.
parents together?
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Do you want to have a family and kids and stuff?
And he has a great relationship with his wife.
Oh, you're already married. Well, there you go. Bingo.
Yeah, that's
See?
the norm almost.
That's what I'm saying. Like usually, Darius, would you agree with me on that at least? Like,
Yeah,
would you
I
say
would. You
like
don't really see, like in the minority home, you won't really see both parents there all the time.
yeah.
What about marriage in other races and backgrounds and stuff?
You'll see it, but not as much as you would in the white household.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that you're like
Not doing that?
not doing that, you're just so chill about like no rush. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
maybe you read a lot of books and shit.
You think?
I'm just-
Yeah, I did.
No,
for
all right,
sure.
all right. So what do you think was so toxic about that relationship? While you were not like while it ended, like within those 5 years, were you guys just a straight healthy? Like you thought everything was good? And
I
then that
thought it
happened?
was at the time. But like I said, I think, your family life does teach you what love is and how to interact with people and how to communicate with people, how to confront somebody, how to communicate your needs,
does?
your emotions. Where else would you learn it from?
The fight and learn that shit from my family. And shit
Where'd you
from
learn
movies,
that from? Movies?
My bad experiences with women.
Well, that too, life
And-
experience.
Family didn't give me no love. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah.
They gave me some love. Y'all gave me some love.
So I think I just took a lot of baggage with me. That was the problem. You need to stop.
No, all right. So you had no fault. You were just perfect. You never
No,
got
not
jealous?
at all. No, jealousy wasn't an issue.
Oh, you're not a jealous person.
I wouldn't say jealousy is a. No, that's not high
You're
on
not
my
an
issue.
insecure person.
I have my insecurity. I want to be liked, and that's why I have a hard time with stand-up sometimes, because you can't do a good job if you care about being liked. Not from a survival standpoint. Like, this is like life or death in my mind. Like, if you don't like me, it's like life or death, and I'm working on that because that's.
You really want to be
backwards. Yeah.
What about you, Darius? What's the most toxic relationship you ever been in? You've been in a lot.
I've been in a lot of relationships.
The one
Most
that
of
sticks
them
out to
toxic.
you the most when you hear the word toxic, bang.
I wanted my cake and eat it too, man. I wasn't ready to give up the game for real.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I got to take fault in majority of
So
the
you're the
situations.
toxic person.
Most of the time I
Yeah.
was. Yeah, not every time.
Not every time.
No, nobody's 100% right or 100% wrong. Sometimes, people are just used to pointing the fingers.
So let's give an example of one out of the many toxic relationships you've had. Which one would you say?
Everywhere I went, they knew. They would pop up.
Like
they
following you kind of thing?
would not really following me on social media and then showing up to the venue where I was at.
Oh, like where
the
you're
comedy
performing?
show.
Whether it's comedy or it could just be like out with some buddies.
Oh, gotcha.
And one of my buddies, like one instance, I told the lady I was dating, I'm gonna go out with my buddy. And so my buddy, he went on Twitter and commented, I'm at this lame ass club. It's so square, nothing but lames in here. And so 5-10 minutes later, she pops up. Yeah. I'm like, how did you know where to find me? I just
Internet
told you I was
detective.
going out with him.
Damn.
And she was just like, because I knew you was with him and you cheap as hell. And it's free to get in that club. So I showed up to this club. I'm like, all right, you can't be doing this shit. That's not good.
So are you saying that you never really got into relationships like that? You just always were like,
Yeah, we were in a relationship.
I mean, but in the relationship, you let them know straight up, like
Like
hey,
a committed exclusive.
Yeah, like were you ever like, loyal, but that shit was just like toxic, regardless. If you even if you tried.
Yeah. There were times where I was loyal. I may have slipped up a couple times, so they just thought like I was gonna keep on slipping up. I'm like, yo, I'm not fucking around no more.
And you believed yourself when you said that?
I was not. I was truthful. I was not messing around anymore. But then that kind of urged me to want to do it.
Got it.
Yeah.
So
Little rebellion in you,
What
huh?
changes a man like that? Because I see you now with your girl. You guys look very good together.
Thank you.
It's a very healthy relationship.
Not being told what to do helps.
Okay.
And not being told what not to do helps. So if you don't dictate my life, it'll be a great life. Now you can encourage me to do good or say like, hey, I'd rather you not do these things.
So you don't want her to tell you can't cheat.
Don't tell me that. You better not be out there fucking bitches.
That's
You
when he
don't wanna
goes,
hear
well,
that 'cause-
that's what
'cause
I'm
that's
gonna
when
do.
they're-
I don't want to hear that.
Okay.
I already know I'm not supposed to be doing it.
Yeah,
I already
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But
That's
like,
their insecurity projected on
Yeah,
you.
if you're telling me what to do, I'm not gonna do it.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So
Do
I'm very rebellious.
you think part of the reason why all these women go crazy is
Because that did good.
good penis? Yeah, that's what I was
That
gonna
did
say.
good. A
That's
lot of
good.
people cannot deal with good penis.
So you have good dick.
That's right.
Stigmatization.
So
It's a problem.
they don't want the fear in their
what
heart.
signifies good dick?
The fear in their heart is
Just
Is that what makes women crazy for real? Is that
sometimes yes, sometimes
Sometimes,
not all
like-
the time.
true?
Not all the
So
time.
when does it classify as like, oh, it's just the dick?
A
It's
woman
just the
woman
dick.
don't want you to make another woman feel special. Whether it's taking her out on a date, giving her that good dick, that good mouth, okay, whatever good things that you give her.
Like
she
especially if
doesn't-
a lot of things are good.
yes.
one?
If you got the total package, she gonna trip. You better not be out there making nobody feel special. They don't want that. Because then if you do, to her they're like, well, who am I? I'm not special to you if you're making somebody else.
Because then is the fear also? Do you think that women are like, if he's gonna make me feel like this, and he's gonna want to make another woman feel like
yeah,
that? Kind
they
of shit.
feel like you're gonna leave them for somebody else. But like women, sometimes they don't separate love and sex.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't. Some women can do that, but not many. But most men can do that. We can separate
Okay.
love and sex.
And
Like
you
it's
as-
just a physical
You
thing.
as a woman hearing that,
I
What
just
is your
love when
perspective
men
on
are like,
that?
women are like this.
But notice how I
women do
said,
that.
Notice how she listened to what she wants to listen to. And I was specific because of viewers. I said some women, some men.
We can rewind the tape, but it's fine. We'll
Okay,
do it.
but what do you what's your perspective?
What do I think about which part?
What he just said about women.
I do think it is common for women to seek the validation of men through physical approval.
That's the whitest way to say that.
It's called intelligence, but
I like that.
but there's also, I think I went the opposite direction in a lot of ways, where I was intentionally hooking up with people that I knew I couldn't have an emotional connection with, and that way it was so much easier for me to be like, well, see you later, and just like shut the door
Got it.
and then go about my life.
But do you think like good dick affects the way a woman
think
feels about a man
most
going
men-
out and making her go crazy like that?
I would say it's safe to say that the majority of men don't know how to please a woman, and so if you get one dude who actually does anything like bare minimum, you're like, give me that. That's amazing. I didn't know I didn't know that that was a
lot
thing.
of men don't know how to please women. Did you
Yes.
hear that?
Please hear that.
Is that true? You would think out of all the men in the world, like,
René.
there is something like that. I don't know. I've never met.
I'm sure Darius is one of those few people that knows what they're doing, but
Let me tell you something.
the
man.
rest of them,
Well, okay, so you guys have been in some toxic relationships already. So like we said, so now that you guys are older,
sure,
been
been through a panorama,
through some panoramas,
had some time to reflect,
shit like that.
right?
Red flags for you. When you fucking see this shit, you're like, fuck that shit.
Yep.
Closed-mindedness.
Yep.
What does that mean? I know what it means, but to you.
To me, it means if I'm having a discussion with someone, and if they're not willing to at least see the other side, and I'm not even talking like relationship stuff, but just having a conversation with someone, and I say, well, what about this? And they just completely cut it off. You're not open to other people's viewpoints. You're not open to other things.
Okay.
Like, that goes for friendships.
Does that ever happen to you?
All the time.
Give us an example.
I have a friend who one time we went out to get drinks during the panorama, and I was really excited to hang out, and I want to have this deep philosophical talk with this dude of all the shit I've been thinking about and meditating on and praying about and all this like stuff, and I'm like trying to have this deep conversation, and he was like, you're insane, and like never talked to me again afterwards.
What the fuck were you talking about?
Deep shit. I don't know, I thought like he could handle it, but I guess not.
What the fuck?
The meaning of life shit, like the why we're here, what are we doing,
on
like
shroom talk.
big shroom talks,
Yeah.
but just
What do
two
you want to
human.
talk about?
I don't know. To me, like if I'm not getting deep with someone, then what's the point? I can have small talk with anybody, anytime. I'm a comic. I have small talk with people all the time. But I thought he was a homie. I thought he was a friend. I was trying to like get into the
So
What
that's
are we
your red
doing
flag,
here?
is the closed-mindedness, man? Is just
cutting off the possibility of other concepts and ideas isn't something that I want to invest my time in.
I like that though. I like
That's
that.
a good way to cut out toxic folks in your life.
Yeah. That's a good
Automatically,
way.
and also big ego. If they're living life in fear, I know that automatically they're going to drag me into their fear. I don't want that. I want positive, happy people. I'd rather have 3 people around me that are happy, positive people.
Damn, gangbang.
Gang bang, than with a bunch of people that are all messed up in the head and spouting negative shit.
So minimum's 3.
I have 4 friends. I have 4 friends that have lasted during the pandemic, and
That's disgusting.
that's it. I know, right?
No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I get it though. I've cut a lot of friends off during the pandemic, and
Yeah.
I've acquired some new ones as well. But
How
it's
does
like,
that feel to like let go?
It feels great. The negative energy
Right.
shit, like that's a red flag for me. Like if you're always negative, pessimistic,
Nah,
I'm
I don't want that
I
around.
can't deal with you.
Same.
What about you, Darius?
Same, man. If I feel like you're negative, I gotta get you out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels good to be
You ever had an
removed from
example of someone too
negativity.
negative?
Somebody too negative? In relationships or just period?
In general, man. Just like in
Oh
general.
man, I had a girl tell me like, "Oh, you're just trying to make it, and it's not gonna happen."
Oh,
Oh yeah, I had that.
that's
happen
real
to me.
gross.
That's some,
Yeah,
that's some
she-
bad people, man.
I know it sucked because she was fine. I'm like, I got to cut her fine ass off. It's terrible. She's ugly.
There's
on the
fine
inside.
asses that are positive out there too,
Yep,
though.
yep.
And you found
I
one.
was
It
young.
sounds like
I was
right,
like 18 when that happened, but you know.
Well, you proved her wrong,
There's
didn't you?
those crazy people.
Fine
It's-
ass.
Yeah, what sucks is when they're negative and you love them so much. Like it doesn't have to be a
And you think
relationship.
you can
be
change?
friends.
Friendships, family.
Man, you outgrow people. You like, man, I want the best for you, bro. I want the best for you, sis, and you just gotta keep on moving on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I've done
Yeah.
that. I've done that with some friends in the pandemic. We're just like, look, bro, I'm done with hearing the negative shit. Every time I bring up something, you go straight to the negative side of
I
shit.
don't like that, man.
Yeah.
Can't do it, man.
That stuff
We gotta
rubs off on
celebrate
me.
each other's wins.
I do, man. So what is like, okay, so have you ever had
Head.
a
Yes.
man that you were physically
Involved.
with? Trying to do it like you.
Physically involved
chemically
with.
Involved with that made you crazy like that, and that made you cause like a dumb
Yes,
fight. You ever had a
yes,
dumb fight because
yes.
of the good dick?
Yes.
Okay, how? Why?
Yes. I do think.
What do you make you do that?
Do you know
Like, when
this
you're in the
this
bed, like,
relationship taught me so much, and one of them was the other component that I wasn't considering is the compatibility. And we talk a lot about like love languages and stuff, like this idea of like how one person communicates love might not be how I communicate love, and so someone's like, I love you, and I'm like, but you're not loving me the way that I need, you know. And it was one of those situations where I definitely think there was a lot of passion between us, but at the end of the day, like the way that I communicate, the way that he communicated, just who we are as people just clashed. And I don't fight with people, and I definitely had some like meltdowns.
So what do you make you do?
Reflect.
Not make you, but what did you do?
I mean, cried a lot. Like, I don't
never
go to
cried,
anger very
yeah,
often.
yeah,
I
yeah.
cry all the time, but I don't go to anger very often. So when I do, I don't know what to fucking do with it, and it just comes out and like.
You
Just-
get frustrated.
Yeah, because I don't know how to handle that. Anger is not one that I was ever allowed to express as a kid. Like, you can't get angry. So I don't even know how to feel that feeling. A lot of girls, that's a common thing. Girls aren't allowed to get angry. We get angry, we get chastised and stuff as kids.
Man,
So I never was allowed to get mad.
my girl be getting
That's
mad.
nice.
Well, so I would-
get mad at me, bro.
Well, everyone got mad at me. I wasn't allowed to be
Girls
mad.
weren't raised that way.
That's like the one thing that like I always had a hard time. Well, there's always like negative responses to that, so I just never did it. So I'll just go straight to what I know, which is crying. And it's like the worst thing. If you're trying to fight with
Did
someone,
you cry to him?
Yeah, I'm like, like crying, just like, it's just like so. I went straight to like 6-year-old, like, you took my toy, like just sad, you
Damn,
know. So I was
dude.
like, I know. I don't know what I would do
Do you
today.
still talk to him now?
Yeah. I'm cool with most people. Like, I don't believe in burning bridges unless I feel like it's getting to a point where now
Do
you are
think-
negatively
do you think
affected.
he ever looks at you like, that's the girl that was crying because I gave her
I
that
think
good
about that
dick.
often. Yeah.
Ah,
I'm
you
like,
know, that
fuck, you saw me
conversation's
be a little
probably came up in
bitch.
a group of friends, like, I had this girl come up. and
She was like,
crying.
"Wah!" She was
And you know why
crying.
she was crying?
So bad.
What
not
about
my
you,
greatest
James? Dumbest fight you ever been in? Like, you're like, damn, I can't believe I just fought with this. I can't believe I just did all this shit over that. Let me tell you an example, man.
Yeah, I wanna hear one of yours.
I had a girl, we were arguing, bro. We're just arguing, and I left her house, and I took something that I gave her. I
Ooh.
gave her and I took it back. I was like, fuck that, and I drove off. And she was like, no, fuck that, give it back. And then she just stood in front of my car, just like, and I was just like, man, fuck that. She has pretty feet. There's no way I'm gonna let me run over her feet, dude. So I'm over here.
Is that you?
driving.
That's a risky move, René.
I continued driving, and I was right. She moved her feet. Like, I just got a pedicure. Like, you know, like, she's over here like arguing, and then I see her as I'm driving up. I see her running back. She's fucking running back. I'm like, oh fuck, she's probably gonna go get a key. She's gonna follow me. I swear to God, I had like a 5-minute lead on her, dude. I'm like, it's taking her a while, right? I didn't
Lord.
see her. I'm here driving on the freeway. I'm like, the whole time I'm looking like, damn, maybe she's not following me, right? Maybe she's just rushing back to call me or something. She hasn't called me. I'm on the freeway 20 minutes. I look up. She's right behind me. Dude.
Dun.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, dude. Dude,
That's
that
some
shit was-
psycho
That
shit.
was crazy, right? So I'm over here like, I was going home, but I'm like, fuck, let me go to the drive-thru at the bank real quick, just give her some more attention. And, you know? And I'm
Just
like,
take out $8,000. Like, you're like, this is what you're missing, by the
yeah,
way.
right, over here, like, let me go to the bank real quick. There's a drive-thru, there's a line, there's no one behind me, right? But there's a line in front of me, and I swear to God, dude, I'm here like, I'm just waiting in line, dude. I'm here like, she's gonna wait until I'm done and then follow me. Like, no, she gets the fuck out. She's in the drive-thru. She's hitting my fucking window. Open this fucking shit. And my dumb ass presses it once, and it just peeks down, like just. You know, it's just like
The door's locked.
That's pissing her even more off. So then
Yeah.
she just goes to her angry reaction. I'm like, what the fuck? Give it back. And I'm like, no. And then she just like starts to break my window, like from at the drive-thru. People are looking at me, and I'm
God,
just
I
like,
wish I could access that. Oh!
And I'm just like, she didn't break the window. I was like, what the fuck?
You want to do that to
No,
somebody?
no. I
scared
want to
her.
be able to access that. Just
Yeah.
fucking. That's animalistic.
See,
Just let me rip
I
this
scared
to
her. I
shred.
tried to put the window
If
up
you
a
can
little bit, I'm like-
control and
I was like,
manage that.
Did she break it?
No, she didn't break it because I'm over here like, I put it down.
Just
I'm like, fuck, I'm put it down. You can try to do that shit, I put it
Yeah.
down. She takes my phone
Oh.
and she's like, you take something of mine, take something of yours. I'm like,
Yeah.
I need my phone. I got work. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was like, that's an example of dumbest fight I ever
That's
had.
insane.
I've had maybe 7 of those. And I was trying to think of which one to tell
You're
y'all
like,
because
eeny,
it's
meeny,
like,
miny, mo.
we don't have that much time, man. I've been in a situation where, all right, so this was a stupid fight.
Take your time telling about it. We'll cut up and make it up.
All right, so I went. I had to take this dude out. My mom's friend was in town. My mom was like, "Hey, yo, my friend is in town, and she brought her son. Just take him out, show him a good time."
Oh, okay.
Is he about your
So-
age? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Okay.
We was like the same age, and I'm like, where can I take this dude? So I was like, I'm gonna take you to the strip club. And I know this other chick down the street who's fun. She like to
That's
party.
the most toxic
I'm
thing.
gonna invite
Hey,
her.
strip club.
Yeah, but I just wanted to show him a good time.
Yeah.
So I invited this other chick down the street. Maybe she'll give him some action, or he'll find some action at the strip club. We all go, and I pay for everybody's drinks, right? I don't know this dude, so he doesn't owe me anything. I'm just doing
But
my
he's
mama
like,
favor.
dude,
Right.
This
dude.
girl, she was like, "Hey, yo, thanks for the drinks. I got you next time."
She's with you guys at the strip club.
Yeah, because I invited the girl down the street.
He's trying to hook him up, right? Did I
Oh.
make
hooked them up.
At
I'm
a
trying
strip
to-
club.
No.
Sexual energy
I
galore.
called my neighbor, and I called when I had the guy with me too. So I'm like, well, maybe I'm trying to increase all of his chances of getting lucky.
What a nice
'Cause
guy.
I
Look at
know
you.
she a fun person, but
What
I
a
don't
fun
know.
night this guy
Yeah,
had.
Look at
huh?
this.
You know what I mean? So I'm
He's
like,
our
all right, bet.
matchmaker.
So everybody drinks are paid for by me. And so she was like, yo, thanks for the drinks. I got you next time. You want a drink, just hit me up. Bet. So like weeks go by, I hit her up and I said, yo, let's go party. You owe me them drinks. So she's like, all right, cool,
I'm
let's
here
go.
to cash
so she
out.
picked me up. She already tipsy. So we go downtown and everybody knows her. I didn't realize how many people know her. She's like, oh, you was such and such? I'm like, yeah. Pouring up, heavy pours. So
Oh, wow. She's
yeah.
famous.
So now I gotta drive home because we both drunk, but I'm not as drunk as she is. So
What a
and so my
gentleman.
chick- yeah. So my chick who I was dating, she's calling me, blowing me up.
Oh, she didn't
I
know
don't-
you were taking the kid out or anything like that?
She did-
This
Were
is
you
She
not even
didn't
with the
know.
kid anymore.
She didn't know. She didn't know. Yeah, I'm not with the dude
He's
anymore.
just with the
It's
girl.
me and
Yeah,
the girl.
you and the
Because she
girl.
owed me them
She's
drinks. I want the
drunk.
drink
Yeah,
for free.
He's trying to
both
cash
drunk.
out.
Yeah, so that's all we did. And so I drove home. My girl was calling me. And instead of driving the girl back to her crib, she stayed down the street. I chose to drop myself off and then let her drive herself back home. And as I'm pulling up to the house, my girl is pulling up.
Oh, bad
Yeah,
perspective.
so I tried to be cool and just keep driving.
Bad POV.
Yeah, this is the winter time in Detroit, right? And so I look in my rearview mirror and she's turning around. So now I speed up and I hit a corner.
Oh, shit. And she
And-
saw you. She knows it's your car.
It's not my car.
Oh,
It's the
oh.
old girl's car. But she
she
was
see
looking
y'all.
in the car all crazy.
Oh boy.
And I look in my rearview mirror again and she like fishtailing, like just chasing us, like a high speed chase. So now
Oh,
I'm speeding.
shit.
It's
What-
icy.
what's going on in your
Roads is
mind?
icy. I'm scared. That's what's going on. I'm hitting corners, man. I'm hitting corners, hitting
He's
left,
fucking
right,
risking
left,
his
right.
life.
Yo, and the girl, she's so oblivious and drunk. She don't know what's going on. She's like, the cops gonna pull you over. What you doing? You drunk. Well, I'm like, yo, she about to kill us. You gotta chill. And I thought I lost her because I didn't see any lights. She turned the lights off.
Oh,
All of a
Fucking
sudden, the
brilliant.
car just jerks forward. And I look and she ramming the car.
what?
Yeah, she
This is
ramming
just
this
one
girl.
of 7
car, bro.
Yeah,
stories.
she ramming this girl car, man. And so she still don't feel this shit because she's so
She fucked up.
Everybody's
blackout
drunk.
drunk.
Yeah.
She's like, why are
yeah.
you driving
But I'm
like
sobering
that?
up now because I'm
Yeah.
scared.
Off your adrenaline.
Yeah, so I end up losing her because I went down the wrong way and the one way, and I pulled up into the girl's driveway. She goes in the house. I go in the house. In come my girl. She run up in the girl house. Yeah, and then we make a bunch of noise. Her parents come downstairs. They like, what's going on? And my girl just threw me under the bus. They drunk. He don't have a license. They hit my car. I'm like, how we hit your car? In front of your car jacked up. The back of the vehicle was just going 30
called hitting the
in reverse.
brakes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So
So you guys broke up?
that time we
That's
broke
the one
up.
he's gonna get married to. This
Hell
is her.
no.
No, I'm kidding.
Hell
I'm
no.
kidding, I'm kidding.
That time we broke up.
And they've been happily ever
And there's just so many other
And
stories.
what happened to the girl's car? What happened when she woke up?
Oh,
like,
she harassed me for a few years. She was like,
wow.
"You ain't shit. You need to pay my parents back. You still dealing with that girl. Shame on you. You got to be a fool."
That's when it's bad, when they harass
I didn't even need to be on the show. You could have just had Darius on here talking about his
I got more.
laundry list of
I got more.
stories.
We'll have time for that on the Patreon.
Jesus.
Real.
I'm like, one time he didn't bring me lunch to work and I was upset about it. Like, it's not really that
All
exciting.
right. That's crazy though, bro. Well, I saw you laughing while he was telling the story about the show. What was getting you to laugh about that?
I don't remember. He's a funny storyteller. The whole thing is funny. I'm laughing at I don't know. I also laughed a lot about the fact she turned off her headlights. That's fucking brilliant.
That's I thought you were laughing because it's like, for me, I thought it was funny that, first of all, you never told your girl where you're going.
I mean, the whole thing is messy.
I left this story out. So the girl has a sister, right? So the girl has a sister, and the sister and I used to mess around, do whatever.
Oh, shit.
And so if I'd have told her, I'm like, yo, I'm just, it wouldn't be logical. It wouldn't make sense to her. Of course, to a regular, sane person who's not jealous, or somebody who hasn't been cheated on, they would understand. But
Yeah.
because she's been cheated on, she's like, I don't
Of
trust
course
the fact you're going to
raw
be with this
wounds.
girl's sister. Yeah. No. I'm like, yo, it's just strictly business. She owe me
That's
drinks.
crazy, man.
Strictly business.
Yeah.
So what is look, we're gonna go on to the toxic behaviors.
Sure.
I'm
I
gonna
thought that
start.
was the toxic.
No,
Those are toxic stories, apparently.
You're a
Really.
toxic behavior. Like, and
What's something that we
you
do that's
have a
toxic?
And still do. I mean, it has to be current. My toxic behavior, for example, I don't believe in my girl having guy friends.
That's super toxic.
I believe in her having guy friends.
What do you mean? It's not.
But
It's not
I mean like constantly messaging like guy friend, or like a guy friend that's like, oh, I'm your best friend, or like oh my god, like, if they've ever made out before in any sense, or have ever kissed before and they're friends, like that for me, I'm just like,
something to reflect on in your meditative state there, René.
don't bring them around me, dog.
Well, definitely don't bring them around you. That's weird.
You're jealous.
Yeah, man, just fucking like my toxic behavior is like that. Just you can't have guy friends, dude. If you, I don't know, like I just recently went with someone. My girl got a call from one of her friends, and I met him before, and we think he's gay. We both mutually agree, like, hey, we might be gay, like,
Right.
but like she has this picture every time he calls of him like in his body and shit. I'm like
Oh,
but like
now we're getting to the meat.
I don't like that either.
but it's
That's
like,
your girl, and I don't like that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's like his body of like him drinking like a wine, but like supposedly it was gay. I was just like, what the fuck? It's like, so every time he calls, you gotta look at that. And I was just mad about that, and it's just like, you're just like, fuck that.
Isn't your girl hot enough to get that body if she wanted it?
A guy body?
You said he has an insane
Yeah.
body that she.
No, I don't say he has the same body.
I thought you said you made it sound like
that,
it was
dude.
some hot naked body.
He had the ugliest body I've ever seen.
Okay.
Fuck him.
Okay, fair enough.
Let me tell you something, all right? I never said that in my life.
I thought you said he
asking
has
if
a
he's
nice.
attractive.
He was like making it sound like he's attractive and he's naked on her screen.
I mean, if she's attracted to him, I'm not gonna say she's attracted to me. I don't know if she's, but I know that I've had my doubts about this guy, like how he is and shit. But
Okay.
yeah, man, that's my like. Do you believe in guy and girls having friends? I mean, that's my. Type
All
of
my
behavior.
friends are dudes. You're one of my
Whore.
best friends.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Kidding. All right, so what is your toxic behavior? You think? I mean, but first of all, if you guys want to comment on the guy shit and friends, because I don't believe in it.
All my friends are
that might
guys.
be that
Trust
might be a
your
little
girl.
tough, bro.
You believe in your girl having
Not
guy
at
friends?
first. Now
Not
I
at
do,
first?
because I'm very comfortable in myself, and I know my girl loves me, and I love
Yeah.
her.
Right?
So,
There you
and
go.
plus some of all the friends who she has that are guys were before me. You know, whether it was 5 years, 20 years,
Yeah,
maybe a year.
no new friends.
No new friends.
Yeah.
Anybody who she had a thing for or has a thing for her, we understand, like, yo, that's not your friend. Okay, he's still waiting in the
right,
wings
right.
just in case something happens, and she understands that. So she has a sound mind, so she can tell the difference between who's her friend and who's not.
Sounds
You
like
know,
you
and
got some trust there.
because I got some female friends too, and I had to let her know, like, yo, these are my friends. They've been here.
Yeah.
You know, we cool. We do business. That's
Comedy,
it.
you're gonna deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then and that's just that. So
I like that. You see, like I guess I just have to get
It's a
comfortable
trust
with
thing.
my shit, and that's my toxic behavior I have to fix. Is there any
She's married you.
and any toxic
Yeah.
behavior
This
you have to
isn't-
fix?
My toxic behavior, I'm sure there's stuff that other people would consider toxic of me, but I wouldn't consider toxic. I know that. But I think if anything,
I think, can I tell you your toxic behavior?
Please, go ahead. I would love that, Renee. What is it,
right
darling?
now.
Let's hear. I'm waiting.
Your thirst traps on Instagram.
Yeah, you do that a lot.
Yep.
You do that a lot.
How's that toxic?
And that is toxic because the next man, even if you're scouting for a man.
What, you think that when I do that, I'm scouting for somebody?
No. I'm saying if you're ever like, okay, now you're getting offended.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to try to put you in a corner and I'm going to make you
Let me
get
tell you
caught,
something.
baby.
Let me tell you something. All
What?
I'm saying is if there's ever a man that's looking at you like, hey, man, I like this girl.
Sure.
I'm going to take her serious.
Right.
Then he follows you on Instagram
Yep.
and sees this and then sees the comments you're getting and
Yeah.
shit like that.
That's not the kind of person I'd want to be with. I'd rather
Ah.
be single than not be with that
So
person.
you want to be with a man that lets you do all that?
Yes, I'm my own person.
Would you let your woman do all that?
Me?
What do you mean she's a fucking person. What do you mean let your person do it?
Would you?
What does that
not
mean?
Would
get
I have
mad?
something to say
Yeah,
about
would
it?
you have
That's a
something to
nice way of
say
putting
about
it.
Yes, I would have a lot
How
to
would
say
have
about
a
it.
lot to fucking
have a
say
lot
about
to
that,
say about it.
dude.
Let's all hear it.
So that's
If
your,
she was my woman, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I would have a lot to say about
Or like
that.
a woman that you're like, I like her and shit like that.
What if that's
It
part of her
depends,
job?
It depends on it. Yep, I was about to say
Thank
it
you.
depends on her career. If she's a porn actress,
A
then
porn
yes.
actress? Are you
Okay,
a porn
you
actress?
go ahead and you put all that stuff up
Here
there
I
if
am
you
thinking
want.
I just won. God damn it, Darius. I thought you were on my
Yeah.
side for 2 seconds.
You know what I mean? If you're an underwear model, you're a sex symbol, you trying to get signed by Calvin Klein or Victoria's Secret or something, all right,
get
go
that.
ahead, do your thing.
I
But
get
if you
that.
just trying to get attention, I'm like, yo, I don't like that. I feel like you can get attention different
I have a
ways.
question. When you see a girl in any way doing anything confident, showing a picture of herself online, do you automatically think that she's desperate?
My girl,
No.
my girl asked me if she can do that. She posted a picture of herself in a nice bikini,
Sure.
and stuff like that. And at first I was like, what the fuck? But then I was like, you know what? Go ahead and do it. And I even commented on it like fire.
Yeah,
and,
like, that's my
yeah.
bitch.
Yeah. And then, but it's like for me, I'm just like, at the end of the day, it's like, just don't do it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Do it to appreciate your body now. Like I'm at this age, I'm not gonna have this body forever, and I get
Yeah.
it.
My lady,
That's why I do
my
it.
lady, she asked me, she's like, yo, how come you don't want me to do it, or you don't want your girl to do it, but
You like
you'll
other
like
bitches.
these other?
Yeah, that's a
it's
good
almost
point.
like
Every
a,
woman says that.
It's a
the
good
guilty pleasure.
point.
You know
It's
why?
like a-
You know
it's
why?
like
I
a
blame
guilty
TikTok.
pleasure.
I blame TikTok for that shit.
Yeah?
Someone made a
How about you take responsibility? But go ahead.
It's like a guilty
Someone made
pleasure.
a TikTok about that, like, you ever notice that you can't do this, but when your man does it. And ever since then, every woman in the world apparently saw that TikTok, and now everyone has been asking that. Like, same thing with OnlyFans. Oh, you can subscribe to OnlyFans, but when I get one, we all over it.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
It's not a good point. You're my woman.
Yeah.
Why would I want you?
I don't want to come
The
home to that.
possessiveness is toxic. I'm
Oh
just
my
gonna
God.
put that out there.
Really? So you...
This is why I have a problem with this idea of this thing where like someone owns me.
He's married.
I understand that, but even in
So
marriage,
that-
you don't
that's
fucking
his,
own
that's
me.
his woman.
I
You pretty much. I feel like you. Isn't that what that is when you're married? Like that's my woman.
Yeah, that's mine,
my
and
man.
I'm yours. I'm gonna compromise for you. You compromise for me.
all right.
That's a marriage. Have
That-
you ever been married?
Uh,
Have you ever been married?
No.
Maybe you probably can't comment on that situation.
I can comment all I want, but whether or not he
Not if
accepts
you've
it or
been
denies,
married.
The
I absolutely can have an
possessiveness,
opinion on it.
Not if you haven't been there. I
Why
can't
not?
comment on it. 'Cause I
So
ain't
you
never been
comment
married.
on women
Look,
this whole
we signed a
podcast, and
contract
you've never been a
together
woman.
for
in
the
a
rest of
situation
our
when
lives.
it comes to being married, I can't comment on that.
But okay, go ahead.
Now, as far as a relationship, yeah, that's kind of
Wait,
toxic.
say what you want to say,
But you
Caitlyn.
married, you can say whatever
Say
you
what
want.
you want
That's
to
your-
say.
I already
That's
did.
yours.
You're mad or you want to say something else.
I'm just gonna cry instead.
Why?
I'm kidding. It was a callback from earlier.
She doesn't use her privilege.
Honestly, get it off your chest for the episode ends. You're speaking for
We're all
women
speaking
right
on
now.
things that we don't have personal experience in. That's conversation, that's discussion. So I don't see why I have to be in a marriage or have been married to have an idea of a committed relationship. And really, what is the difference between when it's committed in a marriage other than you signed a piece of paper?
So you think I should let my girl post pictures of herself and let men come and all this shit, and I just gotta be like, oh, cool.
I think you need to
her
address
career
why that
doesn't
bothers
involve
me.
that?
I think you need to at least address why does this bother me so much? Because
that's
she's a human
No
being.
man, no man wants other men drooling over their woman.
Yeah, like that's mine.
I want this to be mine, and like, yeah, she fine,
Well-
but I don't want her to reveal all this. I
Yeah.
might like a bunch of other people's pictures, like, damn, that's fine, but I don't want my girl out there like that.
Damn.
I get it. I understand your point of view.
Well, what about a woman? What about a woman? So like,
So
would
if you
would
post a
mind-
picture of your abs or whatever on your page
So-
in your sweatpants with your dick poking out, and you think that I'm gonna get upset about it,
I'm asking.
I would
you?
not get upset at
My
all
girl
about it. I'd
gets
be like,
so
that's my
mad.
fucking dude. I
See,
would be
like,
like so excited.
some
I'm like,
women-
make everybody thirsty.
Yeah.
Not
That's my
everyone's like
bitch.
That's
that,
good.
though.
Not everybody's like that. My girl's
That's
like,
my
yo,
point.
you should.
Thank you.
My lady says that. She's like, yo, you have a nice body. You should start posting
You
more
should.
of your body. But I'm like,
girl
I don't
told
like
you
all
that?
that. My
It's-
lady told me that.
That's
but,
nice.
But I'm like, I don't like all that attention.
That's nice,
So I like
though.
to be real low key. I'll say outlandish shit, but when it comes to like my body,
I told my girl that
I
the other
like
day.
to be
Like,
But
real.
maybe
every time
her
I post this
expressing
picture-
with her body
my
is
body.
her outlandish shit. That is her. I mean, I
No,
don't know
she
about her
doesn't- she doesn't
person.
do
I don't
that,
know.
no.
I'm not saying in her. I mean, as a general she thing. There is power in female sexuality, and
Yeah.
that's the problem. And that's why there's such an issue with men letting their women do
So
it
you're
because
saying
you're
I should
afraid.
let my woman start OnlyFans
Yes.
and let her take me
If
on
that is
trips?
what she wants to do,
hell yeah.
you could.
didn't say that.
Why
at
wouldn't
first.
you? Now he's okay with it.
Hell yeah, bro.
Now he's okay with
Get them
it.
bills paid, bro. You about to go
If
on
that's
a trip
something that she
you
feels
queued
called
up.
to do,
I'm
and
not
she's
saying that
excited,
she
why
wants to
wouldn't?
do that. I'm just saying like she has mentioned the idea like, oh well, you know, but you get mad if I did it. Just to bring up the point, she
It's a
said
good
that.
point. It's
It's
something
very-
to reflect on.
I
That's
don't know,
all
man.
I'm saying. Why does it bother you so
We're
much?
gonna
So
talk
Kayla,
about more
as a-
about this subject on the Patreon part of the episode. So if you guys want to know the official, what they really feel, this is not public. If you want to join the Patreon, you gotta pay every month for it. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. They'll say shit that they didn't feel comfortable saying on the podcast, guys. So yeah, guys. But before we wrap it up, you know, thank you very much. Thank you,
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Love you,
very
dude.
much.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. If you guys want to plug yourselves, you know what I mean? You got anything coming up?
I'm just getting back into stand-up, but I have a show in Anaheim. I don't know when this is going. It's okay. Just follow me on
Some Anaheim
social.
stuff,
Caitlyn
man?
Allen.
Well, I got some stuff I'm writing, and I actually wrote you in a part, so we'll talk
This is
about
great.
that
We'll talk
after.
about that after this.
You know, Darius, what you got?
Yo, my Instagram
got
handle
my
is
show on the
Mr.
27th?
Darius Bennett on the 27th.
Yeah.
What time?
He's doing this on a podcast.
I think I got a show. I think I got a show that day, but earlier in the day. So yeah.
7:30, man.
Oh yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, I got a
the
show on the
rooftop, where you work
27th,
out.
the rooftop joint. Another show on the 27th in North Hollywood. Eventually, I'm gonna post it
Fuck
once
that
I
show.
get the flight. No, don't fuck that show. Come to that joint. That's at 3:00. Then his joint is at 7:30.
Okay, you can go to that
You
show.
dig? Yeah. Instagram is Mr. Darius Bennett. I think I'm on Twitter. Same thing. And Facebook.
Darius Bennett, man.
Yeah,
you guys
man.
can, you know, you were on TMZ, weren't you? No, not TMZ.
I was
you
not
were
on
the
TMZ.
E channel.
On what channel?
The E channel or something like that.
The E channel?
Was
I
that
on
you
the E
with
channel?
Stephen Fury?
No, that wasn't me.
That's
I was
No.
another black guy?
No, that was
Chappelle.
another black man.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's Lacey.
that's
All
another
right, guys.
question.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're available. We got more on the Patreon coming up. We're available on audio only on Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Google, and Spotify. You can catch us on YouTube for everything. And subscribe to our Patreon, guys. Please leave us that 5-star review everywhere you go. Listen to the Patreon for more. Thank y'all.